What's up everybody, my name's Tony and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at another death battle video. So today we're going to be checking out Cole McGrath versus Alex Mercer, the infamous game versus the prototype game. I've played both of those games when they first came out. Those games were freaking fun. I wish they would continue their storylines, but ain't no telling what's going to happen with those two. I think they're, at the best, they're probably going to get a remaster, just like they're remastering everything these days. But it would be nice to see a continuation in both of those universes. Anyways, we're jumping into Death Battle to see who's going to win. Personally, it's hard to tell. I would side with Cole McGrath just because he has a lightning abilities, but then again, Alex Mercer is just a giant bioweapon. So we're just going to have to see. So let's not waste some more time and jump right in. Death Battle!
Cole McGrath, the patron saint of Infamous.
Alex Mercer, the Blacklight Virus prototype from Prototype. That's right, champions. You voted for it, so we're finally doing it. Long after these characters were ever relevant. Oh, hey, look what I've
They really need to make a comeback.
An old script we wrote for this very matchup way back in 2013.
Wait, we haven't emptied our trash in 10 years?
Y'all had this script sitting since 2013?
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. With great power comes great responsibility. Tobey Maguire's not the only superhero who's had to learn that lesson.
McGrath was just your average delivery boy in Empire City until one day he opened a package that exploded in his face.
This was the Ray Sphere, a device that, upon erupting, destroyed much of the city and tore through Cole at the atomic level.
Killing him instantly. Nah, actually, he scooped up some superpowers. Cool.
Lucky.
Japanese superpowers. Pew.
More specifically, Cole became a conduit, one of many beings who were granted supernatural abilities from the Ray Sphere explosion.
Which also turned Empire City into a godforsaken hellscape.
Alright,
This world needed a hero.
Pause real quick. See, the thing about Infamous was that the Ray Sphere, I think it also was it depended on people, I think. Not everybody could just wake up and get superpowers. It depended on the person. I just never understood how. It was like, I think it was like very randomized. So it's not like everybody could get superpowers. It was just random, which kind of sucks. Because it lets you be that one person who actually wants superpowers, and then the damn thing goes off and you just dead. So
Needed a hero, or at least an anti-hero willing to clean up the mess he sort of technically made.
Cole put his powers to the test, battling rogue superpowered conduits, including the mastermind behind the blast, Kessler.
Let's be real, none of Cole's powers are as sick nasty as his parkour skills. But
this game needs
his
to make a
ability
comeback.
Electricity is pretty sweet too.
Cole controls electromagnetic energy. Not only can he generate a smorgasbord of powerful lightning attacks, he can also manipulate thermal, kinetic, and gravitational energies. Electromagnetism is pretty broad after all. This includes his radar pulse, which detects the bioelectricity inside organisms even if they're hidden or transformed.
And for
so
good
good.
measure, he got to add some ice powers to his kit. He can throw ice grenades, shoot ice spikes, and let out some epic ice farts.
He can levitate like electric.
Are we also including the
grind
fiery
rails like
abilities?
Shadow the Hedgehog, read your mind like Goku's muffin button, charge up with extra karmic energy, also like Shadow the Hedgehog, and generate force fields like
Shadow the Hedgehog.
But these
Shadow
aren't
could-
just
what?
force fields. They literally convert any matter they touch into energy that Cole absorbs. That's
Yeah.
insane.
How's that?
Are you familiar with a little equation called E equals MC squared?
Pi?
No.
Oh, well, it defines the mathematical relationship between matter and energy. Essentially, how much energy any given mass
No,
can
pi is
produce.
3.14. What the fuck am I
the
thinking about?
largest mass object Cole absorbs is a 343-gram helicopter chain gun round.
Perfectly converting matter to energy is technically impossible, but hey, this is a video game. The mass contained in that bullet, when multiplied by the speed of light squared, would release an energy equivalent to over 7 megatons of TNT.
Math,
This
I
means Cole's
can't,
energy
no.
output is basically fueled by a nuclear reactor.
Oh.
So he's like a living super bomb, always ready to go off. Sounds like my first ex-wife.
Should he somehow run low on energy, he can drain it from nearby appliances to recharge. He's even learned to drain the bioelectricity from people, like this. Yikes.
Cole can focus his electricity
Nasty.
through his amp, a giant tuning fork which lets him ring around the Rosia to death. Or he can just make lightsabers out of his hands. That's cool too. And because he follows Pokemon rules, Cole's extra resistant to electric attacks.
With these powers, Cole chewed through Kessler's forces, including Sasha, whose black tar powers could infect and control minds.
And he eventually faced down that son of a bitch himself and pwned his ass, despite Kessler having his exact same powers. Coincidence?
Turns out the architect of Cole's misery was himself from an alternate future timeline,
Yes.
manipulating events from the shadows to ensure this version of Cole became a better hero than Kessler ever was.
Yeah, you see, Cole's superpowers are molded through his actions, increasing in power and utility based on how good or evil he acts. Naturally, as a good person, Cole shaped his powers to be more focused.
I remember
target the
PlayStation
bad
All
guys.
Stars.
That's pussy shit! Evil Cole is way more awesome sus! He blows everything up! Collateral damage? Who cares? He can control fire!
Yeah.
Well, that just happened. Who wrote this shit?
The point is, Kessler's whole plan was meant to prevent the apocalypse, which would appear in the form of the Beast, a conduit of unimaginable power.
Cole is strong enough to create massive thunderstorms, fast enough to route electricity moving at 90% the speed of light, and maybe thanks to Kessler, tough enough to take on the Beast.
Which possessed the power of the ray sphere itself. It could regenerate at an atomic level and eradicate all of
So we're just not gonna
in a
include the
single
fire
attack.
abilities?
Fortunately, after a grueling battle, Cole defeated the Beast once and for all.
Though ultimately, it wasn't Cole's power that made him a hero.
In order to stop a plague created by the ray sphere, Cole sacrificed his life, eradicating the conduit genes and saving all of humanity.
Sure, he also killed thousands of conduits in the process, but hey, what's a few corpses when building a better tomorrow? This trolley stops for no one.
Cole was remembered as a saint by the people of New Marais, as a hero by the friends he left behind, and an inspiration to future generations. A true testament.
Did they ever
to the
explain how that came
responsibility
back?
Of power.
I don't know. It's been a while since I played the Infamous games.
With great power comes great responsibility, but not everybody's got an Uncle Ben to tell him that.
Alex Mercer woke up in hell. Manhattan Island was gripped by the horrific black light virus, transforming its citizens into terrifying monsters.
Alex
Oh,
had
the
no
zombie
memories.
plague.
He was a man without a past, and maybe no future, but he did have one thing.
The black light virus can rewrite your cells all the way down to your DNA. And somehow it granted Alex incredible superhuman abilities. He can infect anyone
Lucky.
he touches with this virus, altering their biology at the molecular level in seconds, and giving him complete control over their actions.
So Alex pushed on, desperate to avenge himself and the city by finding whatever monster unleashed this nightmare and eat them. Yeah, he
Oh.
can consume people to give himself a power boost. He's like Kirby if Kirby listened to
This game
Linkin
was
Park.
dark and demented.
This extra
And I lived
biomass
for it.
gives him
It had,
superhuman strength,
Incredible
a
Hulk
greater
mechanics,
metabolic
though.
rate, increased reaction times, and even a regenerative healing factor. Essentially, Alex is an ever-evolving super being, the ultimate being.
Oh, like Shadow the Hedgehog.
By consuming victims, Alex also receives all their memories and experiences, including Peter Randall, a 69-year-old man whose entire history Alex processed in just 11 seconds. Being able to condense that much information into that time frame means Alex can perceive events happening within 5 nanoseconds.
Which is about how long I was married to my second ex-wife.
Alex can shapeshift his body at will, creating disguises, increasing his muscle mass, and forming nearly unbreakable armor. And when he wants to kill someone, he can become his own weapon, turning his limbs into claws and blades,
Yes.
or generating countless tendrils that give him unmatched control over
Yeah,
his
these
environment.
prototype
With
games were
these
everything.
powers, he came up with a bunch of Street Fighter moves, like the air dash, the cannonball, the bullet dive drop, and the hunter dirt nap. Pretty sure that was my third ex-wife's boyfriend's stripper name.
Yeah, this
And
game was
after
very much
consuming
the Incredible Hulk, but
people,
a lot
Alex
bloodier.
reaches critical mass and can unleash his evil slop in powerful ultimate attacks.
Like the Tendril Barrage Devastator. Oh, it's beautiful.
Despite being seen as the world's most wanted terrorist, fair, Alex used his powers to stop the spread of the virus and end the city's nuclear devastation.
It was then he learned the truth. He wasn't Alex Mercer at all.
He was the blacklight virus itself, which absorbed
Oh.
the memories and likeness of the real Alex Mercer, who was not only dead, but actually responsible for all of this in the first place. To decipher this, I recreated the blacklight virus myself, the most dangerous...
Why is it empty?
He's right behind me, isn't he?
So the man Alex was hunting the whole time was himself. Dun dun dun.
That's right, Boomstick. Turns out Dr. Alex Mercer helped create the Blacklight virus, and when things didn't work out and he was about to die, he recklessly unleashed it upon the city.
What a petty SOB. What he didn't know was that the virus would merge with his sentience and memories and become a new Alex. How? Why? Don't question it.
I don't
It's
remember
another
all that
word.
happening.
But is this massive viral material that calls itself Alex actually human in any meaningful way?
The poor bastard sure tried to be. Too bad humans can be dicks, and everyone kept betraying him. Even the so-called love of his life, who shot him in the face. Whoa! So Alex figured, obviously, humanity had to go.
Not just go, but be made better. Whatever goodness remaining with this Alex was left behind as he plotted to unleash a second Blacklight virus, recreating humanity into a super species in his own image.
So that's
Great
okay.
Power became great terror.
Classic anime RPG villain stuff. And he was strong enough to do it. Alex can casually tear buildings apart, dodge supersonic tank shells, and even defeated the Supreme Hunter, who was tough enough to survive a nuclear blast that would have leveled Manhattan.
Based on the blast radius given in-game, that's 450 kilotons of TNT.
Math that I don't understand.
Alex survived one. His healing factor is off the chain. And after being blasted into paste, all he needed was the tiniest bit of himself to come back good as new.
His healing occurs at the cellular level, making him virtually impossible to kill so long as he keeps consuming.
But attempting to take over the world and kill millions of people pissed off a certain James Heller, a dude who had just had enough of his fucking weird, fucking rambling shit.
Who used the same virus powers to consume Alex once and for all.
Live by the Kirby symbiote, die by the Kirby symbiote. What, was Alex just a virus after all? I mean, what's more human than the urge to conquer the world, drive its species to the slaughter, consume its raw genetic resources, and crown yourself king? Maybe the day Alex Mercer died was the day he truly became human.
Wow, that was intense.
What?
Yeah, it was.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's time for
I know I said Cole in the beginning, but I'm switching to Alex just because of all his bio shit. Ooh! Quickly, efficiently. Ooh!
I think I've still got room for dessert. Buddy, you are one sick freak.
What you got, Cole? What you got? What you got? Ooh! Oh. Not him doing the Sonic barrel roll at you. Ooh. Yeah, he can just run his ass up there. Ooh. Was that the ice? Yeah, that's the ice. Ooh. Come on, Cole. Not him slinking away in the corner. Ooh. Ooh.
What a nightmare. You don't know the half of it.
Oh, why'd you let him grab you, Cole? Ooh. Okay, you better come on, soundtrack. Ooh, child.
So much power, and yet you waste it on these vermin.
Ooh!
You and I can change this world for the better. The only vermin I see here is you.
Oh. Okay, I don't know who's gonna win this. Oh. Electric blades. Ooh. I don't know how much you can do to this thing, Cole. Ooh, not a seismic toss. Oh, nope.
You don't want to give me your
Oh.
power. Fine, I'll just take it.
Oh.
Good idea.
Oh.
This world sure isn't perfect, but it's a lot better without you in it, asshole.
Oh shit, what's Cole the winner? I wasn't expecting that.
Oh, now I know where that script was in the trash. I had to hear someone say awesome sauce.
Both opponents were incredibly versatile and deadly, and both could match each other's powers blow for blow.
They could each create weapons, amplify their strength, and fight at range.
But could Cole survive Alex's infection? Well, Alex would usually need to weaken an opponent to get that trick to work. Even then, the Ray Sphere incident that created Cole's powers in the first place ripped apart everyone else down to the atomic level, and the Beast's attacks were capable of the same thing. Considering the Blacklight virus only works down to molecular DNA, it's reasonable to say Cole would be able to resist it.
Sure,
Oh.
Alex could have potentially consumed Cole's biomass to give himself an edge, but Cole could just do the same thing to Alex, absorbing his bioelectricity to power himself back up.
But nothing could challenge the gap in power. Everything Alex survived could simply not match Cole's force fields, and especially not the power of the Beast. The blast the Beast created actually had a much wider radius than the one the Supreme Hunter could survive. To compete with these foes, this means Cole was simply far more powerful than Alex.
Speaking
Damn.
of the Beast, Cole's ability to disintegrate it at the atomic level meant that even Alex's crazy molecular regeneration couldn't stand up to Cole's might.
Just like how Cole could overpower Kessler despite his resistance to electricity, or how he resisted Sasha's mind control powers, which were eerily similar to the Blacklight virus.
But I bet you're wondering, what if Alex fought evil Cole instead? Well, it'd be even worse, because that Cole took the Beast's power for himself. That's good night for
Why didn't we do
everybody.
that version though?
Alex was a versatile, deadly opponent, but Cole's counters, speed, and raw power gave him the edge.
Alex got the Cole shoulder, just like this stupid script.
The winner is Cole McGrath.
That wasn't surprising. Alright, that's it for this reaction to Death Battle again. I was honestly expecting Alex Mercer to win just because of how much of a bioterrorist that man is, but I guess I did hold out a little bit of hope for Cole. I mean, I know in the beginning I said I was thinking Cole would win because of electricity, but I don't know. The stats looked like it was against him when we went down Alex's resume. But regardless, Cole was the winner. Yay. So, that's going to be this reaction of Death Battle. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Follow me on my various social medias. Look for me on Twitch. I'll be there on occasion. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye, everybody.